Hi everyone, Jules White. I don't very often go live on my business page, but I thought I would tonight because I just thought I'd update everyone what I've been up to today. Obviously the people who follow on my business page are not necessarily also in my group because I run a group as well. So if you do think that's something you'd like to do, come and join in my group. So my group is Live It, Love It, Sell It. I will put a link just below so that you can see it. And you know, the thing about the group is it's really fun. It's also quite good in terms of content because it's all about sales, because that's what I'm all about. I love my sales. And I just kind of want to build up a really good type of ideal client audience in there. And a lot of the guys in there are running their own businesses, that are entrepreneurs. And it's perfect. It's a perfect audience for the content that I put out because it helps you to fall in love with sales. And actually sales is one of the things that a lot of us fear and dread. We don't really want to be pushy. It's not that nice feeling to feel like you're pushing people to buy from you. But the type of work I do is all around helping you to fall in love with sales and also looking at it as a human conversation. So, you know, my mantra is life skills are sales skills, because that's a fact. Every single skill you use in life, your daily life, every day, those skills are the same skills you use in sales. All you have to do is just position it slightly different in your mindset, because that's the thing that kills it. Suddenly when it's called sales, it becomes something different, it feels something different, and suddenly all this fear kicks in. And we seem to sort of panic in some instances and we're not really sure what we should be saying. Whereas in life, we just, it's very natural. It's all subconscious, and we know what questions we want to ask in those situations where we want to find out information. So it's quite interesting really just watching how people's mindset changes when they're looking at stuff they do very naturally to then what they do in sales. All of a sudden it becomes really scary, and so lots of things start to change. So yeah, so that's kind of the mantra and my methodology that I work with and put content into my group around. So if you fancy joining the group, come on and join it. It's free. So it's Live It, Love It, Sell It. But I've been out today training. I do quite a lot of offline work as well. It's not all online. I mix up the things I do. And offline today I've been in London running workshops for guys who work in shops. So it's in retail, it's face-to-face bricks and mortar shops. And we're looking at trying to look at getting average basket values up, but with the experience, from the experience side of things. So today we're looking at things like value. And that's a really interesting concept when you look at the whole customer journey and the value to the customer. Instead of thinking, oh, you know, about prices, whether we're expensive or whether people actually really want the things that we sell, it's actually the whole experience that we've got to think about, whether it's a shop or whether it's just your own business. What is your customer experience from the first time you speak to them to when ultimately they become your customer? That's kind of the journey. That's what I call the value journey. And we were doing some really great exercises around that. And that's the sort of thing that I do lives about in my group. That's the sort of thing we work on in the content in the group. And it's really interesting work because you're taking the focus off price. You're taking the focus off you know, the whole assumptions that you put behind selling, that people aren't going to want what you've got. They're going to think it's too expensive. What if they don't like me? You know, this is all about really determining your ideal client, but then actually showing them what the value is to what you provide as a product or a service. So what's your solution and what's the value in that solution? So all really interesting things that we do and talk about with regard to sales. So yeah, come on over and join the group if you fancy it. I'll put the link in below, as I said. But just love what I do at the moment, really loving the work I'm doing, because I'm working with offline clients, so face-to-face workshops, also one-to-one coaching, which is face-to-face, but equally online. I've got entrepreneurs that I work with across Skype and Zoom, if any of you are familiar with Zoom. So we don't have to be in the same place in the world, you know, actually they could be anywhere and we could work together. The beauty of online, it's amazing, isn't it, really, when you think about how we can connect online. And the other thing that I'm doing now is I'm doing more speaking, which is so exciting, because since Dragon's Den I haven't really done a lot. Once all of that kind of finished and I lost the business, I started to work again for companies and went back into that kind of corporate world. And now I'm speaking again. I'm out at events speaking about my Dragon's Den story, about my personal journey, about every mistake that I've made has actually made me who I am today, and also about sales and my methodology and how I feel about sales and the human conversation and connection element of selling. So that's kind of what I wanted to just come on and say tonight. And I don't come onto my business page very often, so hopefully a few of you will catch this and get to see me, the real me. I do a lot more of this in my group, but I'll try and do a bit more on my page so that you can at least see what we're up to and the things that I'm doing. So there's a list coming on this page of the places where I'm speaking, so have a look at that and then come join the group. I'll put the link below. Lovely to talk to you tonight, and if anyone was watching, I think maybe Ellie might be there. Hello Ellie, if you are, I miss you. But if you are there still watching, Ellie, it'd be lovely to see you soon. And have a lovely evening. Ta-da for now.